K&K Concrete is a proud supporter of Pine City Dragons athletics. K&K Concrete is locally owned and operated and has 20 years of experience working in the Pine City area. K&K Concrete specializes in foundations, driveways, decorative concrete, and more. They give expert services for residential and commercial jobs. To schedule your project or for more information, contact them today at 320-629-6341. K&K Concrete would like to say good luck and go Dragons. Concrete is a proud supporter of
In service to all, for 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus have donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. The Knights of Columbus invite you to the Lenten Fish Fries, Friday nights from 5 till 7 at Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Every Friday night during Lent, the Knights of Columbus wish the Pine City Dragons the best of luck in their postseason play and are proud to be a sponsor of Dragon Sports. Go Dragons!
Welcome into WCMP's production of high school basketball. And now let's head to the court with Game Day Gilman.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, inside Milaca High School for tonight's Section 6AA girls basketball playoff game here between the Milaca Wolves and the Pine City Dragons. As you heard on the intro, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's Section 6AA playoff game between these two teams, and it should be a good one. These two teams played earlier in the season. Well, not much earlier in the season. In fact, they only played a couple of games ago, back on February 24th. These two teams played right here at Milaca High School, and Milaca got the victory over Pine City 57-48. It was a game that in which head coach Ted Haas for the Pine City Dragons said they should have won. He felt like they had the better team and that they should have won, but it just wasn't their night. They weren't getting things to fall. So tonight, a rematch of sorts in this game, and a big one as well, as the winner will advance to the next round of the playoffs, which will take place at St. John's University. The winner of this game will go on to face the number one team in Section 6AA, that is Albany. Looking at these two teams coming into tonight, starting with Pine City, they finished the season 18-8 overall. 12 of those wins came in the Great River Conference. They were 12-0 in Great River Conference play. Another conference championship for the Pine City Girls Dragons basketball team. That's the third in a row for this Dragon Girls basketball team, and another one that is undefeated on the conference schedule. So another good year for Pine City. 18-8. It started out, they went 1-1 against Moore and St. Croix Lutheran. Then they went another 1-1 as they beat East Central, then fell to Piers. So they were 3-3 through the first 6 games, and then they went on a nice winning streak of about 12 games, 12-13 I believe it was, before they lost to a familiar opponent who they could wind up facing in these playoffs in Sauk Center. They went out to Alexandria for that game and lost to Sauk Center by 9 points. Then they would come back and win against Bram, and then they fell to Chisago Lakes on the road, fell to Foley. That's their longest losing streak. 2 games was their longest losing streak. And then they would come back and win against Ogilvie on the road for the conference championship to lock it up as an undefeated season. And they would lose their final 2 of the season against Milaca just a couple of days ago, and then against Proctor as well on the road. And they had a tough stretch of games for their last 5. 4 of those last 5 were on the road. Yeah, tough schedule on the back half of the season for Pine City. 5 of their games, 4 of them were on the road, and not easy competition they were facing either. Chisago Lakes, Ogilvie, Milaca, and Proctor. So a very tough 4 games on the road for Pine City, and unfortunately they only won 1 out of those 4. It was against a Great River Conference opponent, but when you go on the road, you want to make sure that you're proven on the road, and unfortunately they did fall to Milaca back on February 24th, so they want to turn that around here this evening in this Section 6AA playoff game. Looking over to the Milaca Wolves, they finished the regular season 15-11, 8-7 in the section, so 15 of their 26 games, they played in this very section, so a very, very battle-tested team is this Milaca Wolves team. They went 5-9 in their conference of the Granite Ridge. Of course, Albany always on top, as is Pierce. Foley was a pretty good team out of that conference as well. They went 18-7, and then Zimmerman above Milaca in the conference this season, but that does not mean anything now as the records reset. Everyone's 0-0. Records don't matter when you get into the playoffs, but looking at Milaca and their schedule, they started out pretty good. They went 4-1 until the Aiken tournament. Then they would go and win 2 more games. So 6-1 to start the season. Then they would fall to 2 straight conference opponents in Albany and Foley before winning another 4-game stretch over Mora, St. Cloud Cathedral, Royalton, and Kimball. And then they would lose 3 straight before going on a little bit of a win streak for 2 games. Then they lost 3, won 3, and then they lost 2 to end the regular season against Zimmerman and St. Cloud Cathedral. That St. Cloud Cathedral was a close one. It was a 48-43 loss for Milaca. But this this Milaca Wolves team is a very battle-tested team. Of course, again, 15 of their 26 games have come in this section of 6AA, so they are very familiar with the opponents that they will face. Of course, Mora, a part of their conference, St. Cloud Cathedral, Foley, and Albany, a part of their conference as well, so they play plenty of conference teams, plus Rush City and Pine City, so they know pretty much everyone in this section pretty well. Pine City and Milaca, believe it or not, QRF-wise, now QRF doesn't always count for the standings in the playoffs. It just kind of shows you the value and the ranking of the team in QRF, and also it plays into strength of schedule and everything like that. I don't know the formula, only one person does. But Pine City finished with a 96.4 QRF, Milaca with a 94.6, so just inverse their last 2 numbers, and that is what you get there for Pine City and Milaca. But again, Milaca beat Pine City on February 24th by 9 points, and Milaca hopes to defend their home court here tonight before going to St. John's University on Saturday to face off against Albany. But Pine City looks to play spoiler. They look to be coming on the road and play spoiler, play road warrior. Come on the road and get a victory over the Wolves. Maybe get some revenge for their earlier loss against the Wolves and get a win. And, of course, advance to Saturday. Well, they would face off against the number 1 team in the section in Albany. Albany seems to be, along with Pierce, seem to be always 1-2 between those 2 teams in this Section 6AA for playoffs, and both those teams year in and year out are always on the top. But of course, only one of the teams get a bye in this section, and that is Albany, and Albany gets the first round bye, so they're awaiting the winner of tonight's game. Of course, over on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, you can catch the Bram girls game as they host East Central tonight in Section 5 Single A. Andrew Duvall is on that call tonight. And then over on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, it'll be Ogilvie taking on the Mille Lacs Raiders. You can check that one out over there. Of course, all these games tonight that we have on Q Media are audio only due to it being the playoffs. We're not allowed to stream video, but we can do audio, so be sure to tune into our beautiful voices here this evening as we bring you the scores from our games. And I will try and get updates from those 2 games, as well as Pine City's very familiar with the 4 teams on the other stations. They've played Bram, Mille Lacs, Ogilvie, and East Central this year. They beat them all. They beat them all twice, in fact. So they are very familiar. I'll try and give you updates as I can throughout that game. But, of course, we'll keep you updated on this game as well. We're just about a minute and a half away from getting our national anthem and our starting lineups. Of course, tonight here in Milaca High School in their gymnasium, home of the Wolves. Pine City very familiar with the Milaca Wolves. They play them in all different types of sports. They, of course, co-op with Mora in hockey, so they played them in hockey. They wrestle against them. They play football against them. They play basketball against them, just all different sorts of sports they play against them, and it's always a good game when these 2 teams face off, no matter what sport it is. So I'm very excited to see what this outcome will be between these 2 teams. Of course, just more than anything, hope it's a good game between the 2 teams. Hope for a battle, hope for maybe even a shootout. Depends on what we'll see here tonight from these 2 teams. Looking at it, Pine City averages 56 points per game. Pine City 56, Milaca only 50, but the defenses are pretty darn similar, and they're ranked about middle of the pack in the section, but don't let that fool you. Their defenses are very strong. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from some of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be set for tip-off here inside Milaca. You're listening to Girls Section 6AA Playoff Basketball here on WCMP. Experience pure performance and exhilarating power with the full line of Yamaha YZ two-stroke bikes. Visit Larson Cycle today to explore what's new for 2022. The revised YZ125 makes for the perfect step-up machine, featuring an all-new engine, revised 6-speed transmission, new brakes and suspension settings, improved rider ergonomics with a new aggressive styling, and more. The YZ250 also delivers improved rider ergonomics, new front and rear brakes, updated suspension settings, and aggressive styling. For a truly race-inspired look, check out the YZ250 and YZ125 Monster Energy Yamaha Racing Editions. And for the next generation of riders, YZ65, YZ85, and the YZ85LW deliver big specs in a smaller package. Visit Larson Cycle, find your Yamaha YZ, and enter the victory zone today. Dress properly for your ride with a helmet, eye protection, riding jacket, or long sleeve shirt, long pants, gloves, and boots. Do not drink and ride. It is illegal and dangerous.
Keep it clean at Maytag Laundry, with locations in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, and Mora. Whether you have rugs that need cleaning, quilts, or comforters, no job is too big for the machines at Maytag Laundry. Your items will look brand new. Whatever you need clean, the machines at Maytag Laundry are up for the task. So when you need to keep it clean, look to the big machines at Maytag Laundry in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, and Mora.
Milaca Jewelers is your hometown jewelry store, proudly supporting the Milaca Wolves. With over 30 years experience, there's no better place to trust with your jewelry than Milaca Jewelers. Whether buying new or repairing your favorite piece, Milaca Jewelers makes it easy. Repairs are done in-store too, so you receive a high-quality service with a fast turnaround. From an engagement ring purchase to replacing the battery in your watch, Milaca Jewelers is the place to go. Milaca Jewelers, located on 2nd Avenue in downtown Milaca. Check them out today.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
So you have found the one, and now you're looking for an engagement ring as unique and one of a kind as she is. For over 45 years, Chilson Jewelers in downtown Cambridge have been bringing couples closer together with our vast, beautifully designed bridal selection. Our custom design specialists will help you every step of the way, ensuring it will be the ring she has been dreaming about. Chilson Jewelers, your custom design specialists in downtown Cambridge.
Back here on WCMP. Your starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting with the Pine City Dragons, it'll be number 3, LSL. Number 4, Maddie Berglund. Number 12, Carly Jusak. Number 14, Chloe Lind. And number 33, Carissa Nassim. Then on the other side for the Milaca Wolves, it'll be Ashley Jutton, number 2. Number 3, Macy Mock. Number 10, Haley Bauer. Number 33, Abby Anderson. And number 41, Maggie Westling. The Pine City Dragons are head coached by Ted Haas. The Milaca Wolves are head coached by Lance Dalby. Just about to start this game here between these two teams, and it should be a good one. The Milaca Wolves at home against the Pine City Dragons. Only one playoff game you get at home before going to a neutral site game in the playoffs. And the Milaca Wolves, the 8 seed, Pine City, the 9 seed. Again, these two played during the regular season just on February 24th. Pine City fell in that game to Milaca, but tonight, Pine City trying to change the outcome here, while the Milaca Wolves are trying to hold on and move on to Saturday. The winner of this game will play against Albany on Saturday, so a tough game on Saturday for either team, but got to get through tonight first, and again, it should be a fun one. Maggie Westling and Chloe Lind are out at center court getting set for tip-off here in Milaca. Referee is just getting set. Got the pep band playing here tonight. Moves up to the middle, and we are underway. And winning the tip-off for Pine City is LSL. He got swatted right to her, so LSL at midcourt gives it over to Maddie Berglund. Maddie Berglund going to drift towards the top of the key, gives it back to LSL. LSL goes on the far side to Jusak. That's just off her fingertips. She brings it down, though. Nassim will drive inside. Look to pass inside, trying to get it to Chloe Lind, and right away, we're going to get a jump ball call as they tie it up on the court, and the ball will go to the Milaca Wolves. Just 19 seconds off the clock there, and Milaca will take over. Macy Mock will take it up the court now for the Wolves. She'll give it off on the far side to Jutton now to Westling. Westling in the near side corner to Mock. Mock looking to go. She takes it inside, puts up the shot. Mock no good. Rebounded there by Chloe Lind. Lind gets the rebound, and now she drifts to the near side, gives it up to Jusak. Jusak now to Nassim. Nassim wanted to go inside to Jusak, but before the pass got to Berglund, she traveled, took one too many steps, so another turnover there for Pine City, and they'll give it back to Milaca once again. Macy Mock gets the inbound from Jutton. Jutton will get the ball back on the pass on the near side elbow. Now back to the top of the key to Mock. All the way across the court to Bauer. Bauer on the far side. Going to go inside here for Anderson. Anderson going to step on the boundary line, though, and that'll be a turnover back to the Dragons. So both teams have had 2 possessions so far. Neither been able to score. They've had 3 turnovers now. And Jusak will start with it. She gives it off to Berglund on the near side. Jusak gets the pass back from Berglund. Jusak on the far side, nearly loses the ball. She does lose the ball, and now it's going to be swatted out of bounds there by Ashley Jutton. So LSL will get to inbound it here for the Dragons. Sell looks, she goes inside to Jusak on the far side corner, now to Nassim. Back out to the top of the key to Berglund. Berglund drives inside, then steps back, now at the Wolf logo. She waits for the offensive setup, going to drive towards the middle, and tries to get it to Sell, but that's just over her outstretched hand. It'll go out of bounds, and another turnover here by the Dragons, and the Wolves will get it right back. Jutton will inbound to Macy Mock. Jutton will get the pass back from Mock here on the near side elbow. Now gives it to Bauer on the far side to Mock. Mock all the way across court to Jutton. Back to the top of the key to Bauer. All the way across court once again to Mock. Now in the near side for Jutton for 3. No good. Off the side of the rim, and Berglund will get the rebound there for the Dragons. Berglund will take it up the court at the Wolf logo. Gets the call from head coach Ted Haas. She waits, going to drive towards the middle. Now gives it off to Jusak here on the near side elbow. Jusak going all the way across court to Berglund. Berglund now towards the top of the key to LSL. LSL gets one defender pass. Now Jusak for 3. No good, and the rebound there by Maggie Westling. Westling will get it up court now to Mock. Mock waits for the offense to get to their offensive zone. Now gives it off to Bauer on the far side. Now inside to Westling. Westling going to drive inside. She passes it back for Anderson. That is no good, and Jusak will get the rebound here for the Dragons. Up the court, Berglund now back to Jusak. Jusak gives it off to Nassim. Nassim, far side for LSL for 3. Rainbow shot, no good, and Jusak had the rebound for a moment, but it's going to be taken away by Bauer. Bauer going to come down with it, and she gives it off to Macy Mock. Mock up the court. Gives it off near side now. Now back to the top of the key to Jutton. Jutton now to Bauer. Bauer inside to Anderson. Anderson will hand it off now to Mock. Mock going to drive towards the basket. That shot is up, no good. Taken back by Westling. She puts it up, no good. And still up for grabs. Looks like the ball is going to hit on the boundary line. And the ball will stay with the Milaca Wolves. No score, 15:04 to go here in the first half. Jutton inbounds. Now at the top of the key, wide open for 3 is Bauer. No good on the three-point shot, and then looking for the rebound was Anderson. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds off of a Dragon. So the Wolves will hold on to it. Inbound to Mock. Now Mock on the far side. Dribbling out of the corner. Now gives it off to Bauer. Bauer at the top of the key. Wide open again from three. And that one's no good. Driving in for the rebound is Chloe Lynn for the Dragons. Lynn going to take it up the court. She gives it inside. A little too high for Jusak. And another turnover by the Dragons. So the Wolves will take it over. Mock will give it off to Jutton. Jutton on the far side. Going to give it off now to Bauer. Bauer on the near side, into the near side corner to Mock. Mock trying to get around Berglund. Berglund there defending well. Now gives it off to Bauer. Bauer all the way across court now to Jutton on the far side. To Anderson. Now back to Jutton. Now to Bauer. Bauer looking, gives it off to Mock. Mock going to take it inside. Puts up the shot. A floater's no good. And the rebound going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolves. So Pine City will take back over. 14-15 to go in this first half. Still no score. Nerves might be running a little bit high here for both of these teams in this playoff game. It's win and go home. So got to settle down the nerves, and I'm sure as soon as we see the first basket fall, you're going to see one team probably take off. Berglund with it at the top of the key. She's dribbling to the far side, now stops. Wanted Nassim for a moment and gets to Nassim. Now to Lynn. Lynn all the way across court on the near side to Sell. Sell gets it to Nassim. It was nearly stolen away by a Wolf. Now to LSL. Now all the way across court to Jusak. Jusak on the far side gives it back to Nassim. Going inside to Lynn. Lynn wants to spin around. Instead gives it off to Berglund on the far side for three. That's good! Maddie Berglund for three. Off the assist from Lynn. And the Dragons have the lead. 3-0. So Berglund will get the Dragons on the board first. Now Abby Anderson has it, gives it off to Mock. Mock all the way across court to Bauer on the near side to Westling. Westling wants to drive in. Shot is up, and with a tough shot, Westling gets it to fall. Westling makes it 3-2, and all of a sudden we've got back-to-back shots to fall. And maybe now we'll see the scores start to add up. LSL with it on the near side. A lob pass to Carissa Nassim, nearly stolen away by Bauer. Now in the corner, far side to Jusak. She wanted to go inside to Lynn, and it was knocked out of bounds by Westling. And it will stay with the Dragons. LSL will get set to inbound. She gets it to Jusak. Jusak goes inside to Lynn. Lynn nearly had it stolen away. Looks like we're going to get it tied up in a jump ball. Possession will go to the Dragons. LSL will get set to inbound. LSL to Jusak. Jusak on the near side corner for three. That's well short. Westling going to come up with it for the Wolves. And she'll give it off to Mock. Macy Mock up the court with it. She's directing traffic. Gives it off on the far side to Bauer. Now in the far side corner to Jutton. Jutton back to Bauer at the top of the key. Bauer now off to Jutton on the far side. Jutton trying to get around Berglund. We'll give it off now to Bauer on the near side elbow for three. That is no good. And getting the rebound are the Wolves. Back out to Mock, now to Bauer on the near side for Jutton. Jutton for three. That's no good off the side of the rim. And the Dragons will just watch that bounce out of bounds, and they will take over. 3-2 is the score. 12:23 to go in the first half. In this Section 6 AA playoff game, Berglund facing a little bit of a full court press. We'll get it to Jusak, now to Nassim, now back to Jusak. Jusak takes it up the court, right down Broadway, gives it off to Sell. LSL will take things back to the Wolf logo, now gives it off to Berglund on the near side. Berglund back to Sell. Sell off to Nassim, now back to Sell. Sell looking, she'll pause for a moment, wants to get it off to Berglund, she does. Berglund with it on the far side elbow, going to drive into the corner. Wanted to get it to Jusak in the far side corner, but it goes off of a foot of a Wolf, and they will inbound it, will the Dragons. Summer Thiemann will check into the game. Berglund will inbound to Thiemann. Thiemann on the elbow, she'll drift towards the top of the key. Bounce pass to Nassim, right back to Thiemann. Thiemann looked for Berglund, but Berglund wasn't there. Now she takes it, looking, trying to get it off to Nassim. She'll get it around the defender to Nassim. Now into Jusak, trying to go inside to Lynn. That was a dangerous pass, and it's stolen away by Jutton. Jutton will give it off now on the far side to Bauer, trying to go inside to Anderson. Anderson back out to Bauer. Bauer on the near side, far side elbow. Could have taken a three if she wanted to. Gives it off to Jutton on the near side. Now to Bauer at the top of the key. She wide open for days. No good on the shot, and she will get her own rebound. Now in the near side for Jutton, and we get the game's first foul here. That is going to go against Pine City. And that'll be against Carissa Nassine. That's her first foul. 11:18 to go, 3-2, the Dragons lead. Carissa Nassine checks out, and in for her is Brooke Bolin, now inbounded for three, no good. And getting the rebound, still up for grabs. Looks like the Wolves got it back. Checking into the game is Lydia Cramlett for the Wolves. Mock all the way across court to Jutton for three. That's off the front of the rim. Getting the rebound was Cramlett, and the rebound still up for grabs, still on the court. And now we're going to get another tie-up for a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Milaca Wolves. So they'll hold on to it. 3-2 the score, 10:54 to go. Jutton will inbound to Cramlett for three. That's no good, and Jusak going to come down with the rebound here for Pine City. Jusak taking it up the court. She's drifting to the far side. Gives it inside to Lynn. Lynn wide open. Up and in for two. Chloe Lind on the assist from Carly Jusak makes it 5-2. Dragons lead by three. Now with it, Cramlett on the far side. Gives it back to Jutton. Jutton gives it off near side to Mock. Mock now to Jutton. Now to Cramlett. Cramlett tried to give it inside to Anderson. Anderson gives it back out to Jutton. Jutton now to Mock. Mock on the near side elbow, trying to drive inside. We'll give it off to Westling. Westling in the near side corner now gives it off to Jutton. Now on the far side to Cramlett. Cramlett drives inside. Shot is up and no good, but she's going to go to line and shoot two on the foul on Pine City. That's going to go against Chloe Lind, her first. Team's second. Cramlett at the line to shoot two. 10-10 to go here in the first half. Shot is up and good from Cramlett. Making it 3-5. Cramlett's second one is good. So Cramlett delivers and makes it a 1-point game once again. 5-4 the score. Dreaming up on 10 minutes to go. Maddie Berglund has it on the far side on the pass from Jusak. She gives it back to Jusak. Jusak all the way across court on the near side for Bolin, and that's tipped, stolen away here by Cramlett. Cramlett takes it up the court. That is blocked by Carly Jusak. Carly Jusak with the block as she towered over Cramlett on that one. It does go out of bounds, so the Wolves will hold on to it. But the block by Carly Jusak. Inbounded to Cramlett. Cramlett's going to drive it inside once again. And, yep, she jumped up and then came back down with the ball in her possession. That's a travel, and the ball will go back to the Pine City Dragons. 5-4, the Dragons lead, 9:51 to go. Still seems like there's a bit of nerves here for both teams that they're trying to just kind of play out of. And both teams can really get some offense going, but so far, not so much in this game. Brooke Bolin goes inside to Jusak. Jusak is bumped, gets it to Bolin. Now in the near side corner for Berglund for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. And Thiemann somehow comes down with the rebound. Bolin all the way across court to Berglund. Now in the near side corner for Summer Thiemann. That's well short. And looking for the rebound there is Westling. Westling gets the rebound quickly up the court here to Mock. Mock gets around Berglund, and I think they're going to get Berglund for the foul there, and Mock will go to line to shoot two. That's the third team foul now on Pine City. Mock at the line to shoot two, and chance to take the lead. 5-4, 9:14 to go. First one is up and got the nice roll. That'll tie things at 5 on the shot from Macy Mock. Carissa Nassine will check back into the game for the Dragons, in for Brooke Bolin. Tied at 5 with 9:14 to go. And the second one is up and good from Mock, and now the Wolves have a 6-5 lead. Ashley Drugsma in for the Wolves. She checks in for Juton. Jusak with it up the court, gives it off to Berglund, and she can't get it cleanly. It's stolen away by Abby Anderson. And the turnover's mounting here early for Pine City. Macy Mock with it on the far side, gives it off now to Drugsma on the near side elbow. Drugsma all alone will give it to Westling. Westling Holding on to it. We'll give it off to Drugsma in the near side corner for three. That's no good. But racing after the rebound is Abby Anderson. Anderson gets it back now off to the top of the key for Drugsma for three. That's no good. And it touches the strap that's holding on to the backboard. And that will be out of bounds, so Pine City will take over. 6-5, Milaca with the lead. About 8.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 6-5, Milaca with the lead. Nassim back to Jusak for the Dragons, now off to Berglund. Berglund in the near side to Thiemann. Summer Thiemann back to Berglund. Berglund dribbles towards the top of the key, now wanted to drive inside, gives it off to Nassim on the far side, now to Lind. Lind all the way across court to Berglund. Berglund goes inside, off to Lind. Lind for three, that's going to be just too hard, and off the glass, no good. Westling, and that rebound is going to get to Cramlett. Cramlett with the rebound, she takes it up the court. Cramlett working on Berglund, trying to drive inside. Berglund with good defense. Now she'll give it off to Drugsma. Drugsma for three, wide open on the near side, and that is no good. And the Dragons will take over. 7:58 to go. Jusak will get set to inbound. Milaca showing a bit of full court press here. The scene will give it back to Jusak. Jusak looks, gives it off to Summer Thiemann. Thiemann will take it up the court, gives it off to Lind. Lind now to Jusak, nearly stolen away by Cramlett. She'll pull up from short range. That's no good. And the rebound there by Drugsma. Nearly stolen away. It is stolen away by Summer Thiemann. Summer Thiemann has it on the far side, and then as she tries to keep it alive, Cramlett will come away with the steal. Now Cramlett takes it up the court on the far side, gives it off to Macy Mock. Mock drives inside, blocked by Carly Jusak. And Macy Mock will get it back. Blocked again by Carly Jusak. Carly Jusak got two blocks in that offensive possession for Milaca. And this one goes out of bounds, last touched by the Wolves, and Pine City will take over. My goodness. Ball seems a little bit slippery here tonight for both of these teams. Just can't seem to hold on to it. And again, it just seems to be a little bit of nerves here playing out for both of these teams, as Pine City will take their first time out of the half. It'll be a 30-second variety. And while they take time, I want to take this time to thank our fine sponsors for this game: Bozeman Newton Insurance, Chilson Jewelers, Larson Cycle, Rydberg and Sons, Town and Country Insurance, Northwoods Bank, Maytag Laundry, Pine City Knights of Columbus, A&W, Jeff's Outdoor Service, Kurt's Roloff, K&K Concrete and Masonry, Quebec Law, Milaca Jewelers, France and Decorating, and Embrace Orthodontics. Again, thanks to all of our fine sponsors. Wouldn't be able to come out here if it wasn't for them, so thank you so much to sponsoring this Section 6 AA playoff game between the Milaca Wolves and the Pine City Dragons. Of course, the Dragons just used their first timeout with 7:23 to go. Carly Jusak will get set to inbound. Full court press shown here by the Wolves. Jusak will get it off now to Maddie Berglund. Berglund will take it up the court. Berglund on the near side. She stops, looks to lob it to Jusak. Now off on the far side to Nassim. Now inside to Jusak. She nearly had it stolen away. She'll get it back to Berglund, who will reset things at the top of the key. She gives it off to Sell. Sell on the near side. Lob pass to Jusak. Jusak will go inside. That's a bad pass, and it's going to be stolen away by Cramlett. Dragons just seem to be forcing things here on offense, and because of that, Milaca's benefiting and grabbing a ton of turnovers. Drugsma wide open on the near side corner. No one even close to her. She's no good on the shot from three. And it looks like the Wolves got the rebound, but it looks like they're going to get a foul on Milaca. It's going to be Abby Anderson. That's going to be the Wolves' first. Pine City with three. Nassim gets the inbound from Jusak. Pass back to Jusak, now to Berglund. Berglund, she's going to take it up the court, get it on the offensive side. Now to Lynn, now to Jusak. Jusak's going to pull up from three. That's good! Carly Jusak from three gives the Dragons the lead right back. 8-6 now. And the Wolves will take it up the court. It's Macy Mock up the court with it. Mock directing traffic, looking for someone to get off to. She does to Westling. Westling pauses at the top of the key, looks for someone to pass off to. Now to Mock on the far side. Mock will drift inside, gives it back to Westling. In fact, Cramlett's right there in front of Westling to take it. Cramlett at the top of the key to Drugsma. Now off to Mock. Mock back to Drugsma. Drugsma pausing, trying to go inside to Westling, and looks like we're going to get a foul here on Pine City. That'll be their fourth. That is going to go against Carly Jusak. Their team's fourth. Jusak's first. Again, 4 fouls here for Pine City. 6:06 to go. Dragons lead 8-6. Abby Anderson checks out of the game for the Wolves. Jutton back in the game, and the inbound to Cramlett, and she puts it up and in for 2 to tie this game at 8. 8 all here in this game. LSL feeling the pressure, gets it off to Berglund on the far side. Berglund back to Jusak. Jusak now back to Berglund. Berglund dribbles out of the corner in the far side, gives it off to Nasine. Now to LSL on the near side. Sell dribbles out of the way of Mock. Now gives it back to Berglund. Berglund will reset things at the top of the key, gives it back to Sell. Sell on the near side, back to Jusak at the top of the key. Jusak dribbling towards the far side, gives it back to LSL. LSL wide open from 3, no good. And Jusak going to come down with the rebound there for Pine City. And it looks like we're going to get a foul here on Milaca. That's going to go against Cramlett, her first, team's second. LSL looking to inbound. She gets it off to Berglund. Berglund for 3, in and out. And Westling will come down with the rebound for the Wolves. She has 5 already in the game. Gets it up the court quickly to Drugsma on the far side to Mock. Mock going to drive inside. That's no good. And rebounded there by Jusak. Jusak will take it up the court quickly. Gives it off to Berglund. Berglund on the far side trying to go inside to Jusak. She falls, and we're going to get a push on Milaca. That's a dangerous pass inside to Jusak, but Jusak came down with it. And we're going to get a foul here on Westling. Her first, team's third. So Pine City will get to inbound it again. It's LSL who will inbound. Sell looking. She'll get it off to Jusak. Jusak near side tries to go inside to Linda. And again, just a tough pass stolen away by Jutton. And this shot no good, rebounded by Westling. Westling gets it back and puts it up in for 2. And she'll have a chance at the 3-point play. So Westling, that's going to be on Jusak, her second, team's 5th now for Pine City. Haas not pleased with the foul call. And Westling delivers the 3-point play. Makes it 11-8 now, with under 5 to go. Maddie Berglund will take it up the court for the Dragons, gets the call from head coach Ted Haas. Berglund pauses, stands at the Wolf logo. Now dribbles, gives it off here to Sell. Sell will go back to Berglund. Berglund will come down with it, dribbling towards the far side. Berglund wanting to go inside. Now gives it back out, bounce pass to Sell on the far side. Sell guarded well, and that is well over the head of Lind. She was double teamed and had to get it over the hands of the defender, and just really no chance there. Lind tried to come down with it, but it was just well out of her reach. And now the Wolves will take it up the court. It's Macy Mock. Mock standing, trying to drive inside now. Gives it off here to, I believe that's Cramlett on the near side. 4-3, that's no good. And then we get a rebound by Jutton, but get a foul here on the Wolves. Jutton with the foul, the team's 4th. 4:24 to go. Summer Thiemann checks in for LSL. Eddie Bauer checks in for the Wolves, in for Cramlett. Maddie Berglund will take it up the court for the Dragons. Picks up her jog as she reaches half court. Gives it off to Nasine on the far side. Nasine will drive. She pauses. Gives it back to Thiemann. Thiemann dribbles towards the top of the key. Now back to Jusak. Now to Lynn. Lynn on the far side. Going to try and drive inside, but that dribble gets away from her. Mock gets the steal. Mock takes it up the court. Stops. Gives it off on the far side to Bauer. Bauer trying to go to Westling, and then going to get a foul here on Nasine. Nasine with the foul, the team's 6th, her 2nd. Under 4 minutes to go. Milaca with the lead, 11-8. Milaca will inbound here. One more foul by the Dragons. They'll be in the bonus. Wide open for 3 is Bauer. She's not going to take it. Instead goes inside to Westling. She nearly had it stolen away, and then they're going to get Nasine for the foul. I didn't see it from my angle. Looked like she had the ball, but Nasine will get a 3rd. She'll check out. In for her will be Brooke Boland. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Maggie Westling. Shot is up and good. Makes it 12-8 now. Largest lead for either side here. 4 points with 3:50 to go. And Westling drills them both. Makes it now a 5-point lead And again, the largest lead for either side. Maddie Berglund up the court. Fakes the drive hard inside, gets it off to Jusak. Jusak wants to go to Thiemann. She'll hand it off to Thiemann now. Thiemann at the top of the key, gives it off to Berglund on the far side. Nearly lost possession of it, but she holds on with her fingertips, gives it off to Bolin now. Bolin dribbles, now gives it off to Berglund. And no, that was nearly stolen away. And they're going to say off of Berglund, and I thought that went off of a Wolf. They're going to say it went off of Berglund's knee. And a lot of Pine City fans do not agree with that. The angle I saw it was off of Milaca, but again, with the congestion, certainly could have went off of a knee that I didn't see. Looks like. The clock wasn't running for a moment, and now it starts up again. Droogsma with it. She'll get it off now to Mock. Mock on the far side to Jutton. Jutton back to Mock at the top of the key. Now inside to Westling. Westling going to go to Droogsma. Nice drive inside for Droogsma on the assist from Westling. Makes it 15-8. A 7-point lead now for Milaca. Berglund gets it off to Jusak. Jusak wanted to go inside. Now goes across the court. Far side for Summer Thiemann for three. That's no good. And getting the rebound is Brooke Bolin. Bolin with the rebound. She's on the near side. Nearly. And Brooke Bolin was in trouble here in the near side corner. She was double teamed, nearly had the ball stolen away, and as she got the pass away, head coach Ted Hawes calls the second timeout of the first half. 2:37 to go in this first half, and the Wolves have started to pull away here. They lead by 7, and it really was due to the fact that Pine City unfortunately started to get the fouls a lot more than they would have wanted here. Kristen Asine with 3, 2 for Jusak, 7 altogether as a team. Only 4 for the Milaca Wolves. Spread out pretty evenly, 1 for Jutton, Anderson, Westling, and Cramlett. Again, the first half has really been more or less playing out of the nerves coming into this playoff game. Milaca Wolves seem to have played out of it a little bit more than the Dragons. Dragons right now are having a hard time with the turnovers. They have turned the ball over a bunch here in this first half, definitely in the double digits. I can't necessarily keep up with turnovers because they happen so fast. But 2:37 to go. Pine City will hold on to it, and Berglund will inbound here to Jusak. Jusak now to Bolin. Bolin gets it off to Lind on the far side, now to Berglund. Berglund goes inside to Jusak. Jusak falls, and going to get a foul here on Milaca. That's going to go Maggie Westling. Her second, team's 5th. Berglund looking to inbound. She'll get it to Thiemann. Thiemann goes inside to Jusak. Jusak nearly had that stolen away. Goes top of the key for Bolin. Bolin for 3. That's good. Brooke Bolin for 3. Will cut the lead down back to 4. Macy Mock takes up the court, stands at the Wolf logo, passes it to the far side for Bauer. Bauer on the far side just waits. Now going to come near side, dribbles it, gets it off here to Droogsma. Droogsma looking. She's guarded by Lynn. Going to give it inside. That's stolen away by Summer Thiemann. Thiemann with the steal. That's her second of the game. Under 2 minutes to go. 15-11, Milaca leads. Thiemann at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Bolin. Bolin will look. Still looking. Nearly stolen away by Mock. Now she'll give it off to Berglund. Berglund trying to drive on Mock, and Mock just with great defense there. Bolin now has it on the far side. Gives it off to Thiemann. Thiemann tried to go inside for Jusak, but it is stolen away by number 13, Paige Nahr. And for 3 on the other side is Droogsma. That's no good. Getting the rebound was Macy Mock. And now her shot is no good. Rebounded there by Summer Thiemann. And Thiemann is going to be fouled here with 1:17 to go. And that foul on Macy Mock. Macy Mock with her first, team's 6th. With 1:15 to go, Maddie Berglund will take it up the court here for the Dragons. 15-11, the Wolves have the lead. Summer Thiemann has it right back to Berglund now. Berglund will drift to the far side. She stops, looks to pass to Thiemann on the far side. Thiemann's going to be double teamed, trying to get through it. And now we get a foul here on Milaca. And that'll give them their 7th team foul. Ashley Droogsma with the foul, 7th team foul, and now it'll be Thiemann at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Thiemann makes the first one, and it's 15-12. Under a minute to go. Thiemann makes the first. And can't get the second to fall. But it's a 3-point game now as the Wolves get the rebound quickly up the court to Macy Mock. Mock trying to drive on Thiemann. Thiemann with good defense, but Thiemann backs off as the pass goes to Bauer. Bauer on the far side now gives it off to Droogsma. Droogsma back to the top of the key to Nar. Nar gives it off to Bauer. Bauer on the near side elbow. She'll give it off to Jutton. Jutton. Oh, tried to go back to Bauer, but a miscommunication there as it goes behind Bauer's back. It'll go out of bounds, and Pine City will take over. 37 seconds to go. Berglund will get the inbound from Jusak. 15-12, Milaca with the lead. Berglund stops, looking for Thiemann. She gets it over the defender's head to Thiemann. Now to Jusak. That goes through Jusak's hand. A race for it and keeps it alive. Lynn will grab it. Now across on the far side for Maddie Berglund for three to tie this thing up. No good. And the rebound gets to Berglund. I don't know how Berglund got that one, but a slap out to her. And then this is going to be an over and back. And they're going to say Milaca got a hand on it. So Milaca got a hand on it according to the referees. And that will be it. There was a couple seconds on the clock as that went out of bounds. I don't think they're going to put the 0.2 back on. There was at least 0.2 seconds on the clock, but not really enough to do anything. But still, they're not going to put that short time back on there. So at halftime, Milaca leads over Pine City in this Section 6 AA playoff game, 15-12. We'll take a commercial break here. A word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, I'll recap the first half, give you our stat leaders, and also give you my keys to the second half. You're listening to Section 6 AA playoff basketball here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Insurance. It's something you don't want to think about, something you hope you don't have to use, and it's something you definitely don't want to overpay for. Are your rates too high? That's where Bozeman Newton Insurance Agency can help. If you haven't shopped around for insurance for a while, you may be shocked to find out how much you're overpaying every month on your insurance. Let Bozeman Newton Insurance Agency help you find the best rate for your auto, home, business, recreational, or life insurance. Rates too high? Call or visit Bozeman Newton Insurance Agency today.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
When you're ready to get engaged, make sure to shop Chilson Jewelers in downtown Cambridge for a wide variety of both natural and lab-grown diamonds. Why a lab-grown diamond? Lab-grown diamonds are eco-friendly and have all the same characteristics as natural diamonds. Plus, you could save up to 50% by choosing a lab-grown diamond for your center stone. When you're ready to take the next step in your relationship, find the perfect natural or lab-grown diamond at Chilson Jewelers, your custom design specialist in downtown Cambridge.
Rydberg & Sons is your local family-owned and operated excavation company. From Class 5 and custom gravel crushing to shoreline restoration, Rydberg & Sons are your guys. They'll also do grading, build site preparation, demolition, graveling of roads, and much more. Need fill? They got you covered from boulders or gravel to recycled blacktop and concrete. So whether you're building, demolishing, landscaping, or have a muddy driveway, call the crew at Rydberg & Sons at 320-629-2503. Rydberg & Sons, we move the earth.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
Kurt's Roll-Offs in Pine City is family-owned and operated. They provide dumpsters for construction sites, foreclosure cleanouts, demolitions, or that home remodeling project that you're itching to do. Call Kurt's Roll-Offs to schedule your dumpster today. They're fast, friendly, and reliable. Get the best prices and friendly, reliable service with Kurt's Roll-Offs. No hassle delivery or pickup. They're here to make your project cleanup smooth. Call Kurt's Roll-Off today at 320-629-5555. Service you can depend on. Go Dragons!
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specially trained approach to orthodontic treatment with Invisalign and braces. They love getting to know their patients personally and take the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best treatment possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see if Embrace Orthodontics is right for you. More online at embracemn.com.
Friends in Decorating wants to wish the Milaca Wolves good luck and congratulations on a successful season. They also want to congratulate all students and staff of Milaca Public Schools for their accomplishments so far this school year. Friends in Decorating has built a solid tradition of providing commercial painting and wall covering services to their clients with the very best in quality, craftsmanship, and service. Friends in Decorating in Milaca, providing professional painting services for nearly 100 years. Go Wolves!
It's never too early to start thinking about your 2022 landscaping projects. Jeff's Outdoor Services is now booking projects for next summer. Let Jeff's Outdoor Services help transform your property into a stunning work of art. With their trained professionals, they'll help you design and build the landscaped area you desire. They do it all: fire pits, patios, retaining walls. Don't break your back next summer. Let the experienced team at Jeff's Outdoor Services take care of you. Contact them today at jeffsoutdoorservices.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course streaming online, audio only at WCMPradio.com. Halftime score here, Milaca has the lead over the Pine City Dragons 15-12. Leading the way for the Wolves was Maggie Westling with 7 points, 4 then for Lydia Cramlett, and 2 for Droogsma and Macy Mock. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, not one player led the team, but they have 3 players with 3 points. That's Maddie Berglund, Carly Jusak, and Brooke Bolin. 2 for Chloe Lind and 1 for Summer Thiemann. She went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Both teams there in the first half had 17 fouls. Pine City added up the fouls early on, but then they were able to kind of play a little bit of a clean last half of the first half there, and they kind of slowed it down and forced Milaca to start fouling, and Milaca, of course, finished with 7 there in the first half themselves, but Milaca really turned things up on defense, and Pine City's had a problem here this evening with turnovers. They've been turning the ball over a little bit too often, and that has led to a bunch of Milaca points, and Milaca has just been benefiting off of those turnovers, and Milaca is doing a good job of driving inside, and not only that, they're getting the fouls on Pine City as well in Milaca right now, of course, with the lead 15-12. They led by as much as 7 here in this game. That was the largest lead of the first half, was 7 points, but this game is a pretty even one so far. Pine City, they've kind of laid off on the perimeter for the Milaca Wolves. The Milaca Wolves haven't hit a 3. Maggie Westling did make a 3-point play because of a shot that she got to fall, and then got the and one from the free throw line. But that was it. And then, Pine City has hit 3 of their own, but right now it's the inside game that's working for Milaca. Pine City has wanted to go inside to their bigs, that's Carly Jusak and Chloe Lind, but they have been unable to get inside for those two because Milaca has just been doing a great job of guarding those two inside. And when they're not guarding those two inside, they're doing a good job of getting pressure on the ball handler, whether it's Maddie Berglund, LSL, or Brooke Bolin, or Carissa Nassim. They're just doing a very good job of getting pressure on them. And of course, Maddie Berglund, LSL, 2 of the shorter ones on the team here for Pine City. So they struggle when it comes to the taller athletes on the other team. And that's what has led to a lot of the turnovers, is because Pine City's LSL or Berglund has had to throw the ball over the hands of the defender and try and get it to land in the hands of their teammate. And a lot of times, there were about 3 times I think I counted there in the first half, that it went over the hands of their intended teammate, whether it was, not Lottie, excuse me, but whether it was Berglund, or not Berglund, Jusak or Lind, they've just gone over their hands, and even Lind and Jusak haven't been able to come down with them with their outstretched hands. So it's been tough. Milaca's just been able to double team a lot of times. We even seen a triple team there in the first half, but they've just been double teaming and really making it hard for Pine City to pass it out of those situations, and that has led to turnovers because Milaca's just getting their hand and they're swatting at the ball when they're trying to pass it, and that has been the key here for them grabbing so many turnovers in the first half. In fact, they had eight first half takeaways there, did Milaca by way of steal. They had plenty more takeaways, not by a steal, but through the steals, they had 8 of them. 8 steals for the Milaca Wolves compared to only 2 for the Pine City Dragons. So the Milaca Wolves definitely have the edge there. Their defense right now is just so good. They are not giving any room for Pine City to breathe out there, and Pine City feeling the effects of that. They can't really get anything to pass through the hands of the Milaca Wolves, but Pine City, they're not doing a bad job either. Pine City is, they're trying to get that perimeter to work. They're getting the perimeter shots to fall, and for Pine City, I think they just need to get back to working the perimeter a little bit more and make sure they get those three-point shots a little bit more open here in the second half. I think for Milaca on offense, you're going to have to start taking the three-point shots a little bit more as well. Pine City's leaving you wide open. I think you're going to have to start taking those chances. So again, I think for both teams, you need to work the perimeter a little bit more, take more of those shots. But on defense here for Pine City, not really much you can do differently. They're doing a good job. It's just the fouls have been a problem. Got to make sure you're not fouling here in the second half for Milaca. Of course, you want to cover the perimeter because Pine City's got some very good perimeter shooters. Pep band's playing loud here in this one as the Wolves at home taking on the Pine City Dragons. We're just about set for second half action here inside Milaca High School, where the Wolves had the lead at halftime, 15-12. There's the buzzer. That's the halftime buzzer, and we're getting set to get back to action in this Section 6 AA playoff game between the Dragons and the Wolves. Pine City will start with the ball here in the second half. Just awaiting something. Looks like we're awaiting the referees. There's the whistle. And LSL will inbound it here to Maddie Berglund. Berglund starts with it, tries to give it inside to Jusak. That's what they're going to work. They're going to work it early, and Jusak gets the shot to fall early, and that'll make it 15-14. The Dragons want to try and work that inside a little bit more there, but, the Wolves just did such a great job of getting so much pressure on them inside. I didn't think they'd try to do that this early on, but hey, it's working early on, so maybe go back to it. Macy Mock with it now for the Wolves. Gives it off to Anderson. Now inside to Bauer. Bauer tries to go inside. She puts it up and in for 2. She answers. Makes it 17-14, and the Dragons will take it back up the court. Maddie Berglund. Berglund gives it off on the far side to LSL. Right back to Berglund at the Wolf logo. Berglund going to try and drive inside. Now gives it off to Nassim here on the near side. Now over to LSL, now inside to Jusak. That was nearly stolen away, and then it is stolen away here by Macy Mock. Mock going to take it up the court, gives it off to Bauer. Bauer is wide open, but instead she'll give it off to Jutton. Jutton now inside to Anderson. Anderson will give it right back to Bauer. Bauer inside to Anderson. Tried to get it to Bauer again, stolen away by Maddie Berglund. Berglund takes it up on the near side, gives it off to LSL inside to Chloe Lind, and that is going to go out of bounds off of a Milaca Wolf. Ted Haas asking maybe why there wasn't a foul there on that one. Gets his explanation, and LSL will inbound to Berglund. Now getting it. Oh, Wessling saw that one from a mile away. She's going to take it to the basket. Got it to fall. Plus the and one. And already we're seeing the steals become a problem in this second half for Pine City. Carissa Nassim now got her 4th. And she'll probably have to check out of the game for a while now. Brooke Bolin will check in for her. So Wessling with another chance at a three-point play here. No good on the shot. She gets 2, and Lynn will get the rebound there for Pine City. 19-14 is the score. Milaca Wolves with the lead. Lynn gives it off to Jusak on the far side. Jusak pauses, gives it off to Bolin. Bolin will take the 3 that's in. It looked like it was just off the mark, but broke Bolin. Got it to fall, makes it 19-17. Quickly up the court go the Wolves. Off to Bauer now. Now to Anderson, right back to Bauer for 3. That's going to come up well short, but Wessling right there for the rebound for the Wolves. That's another thing the Dragons are going to have to work on, is getting the rebound on the defensive side. Looks like we're going to get another foul here on Pine City early. It's going to be on Brooke Bolin. So the foul is already early here. A little bit of a problem for Pine City. Bolin was just trying to get the rebound, but a little too aggressive. Anderson has it for the Wolves, gives it off now to Bauer. Now on the three-point try from Jutton for 3, and she got it to fall. Makes it 22-17. Jusak takes it up the court for Pine City. Gives it inside to Lind, up and in for 2. Beautiful feed from Carly Jusak on that one. Makes it 22-19. Now inside to Anderson from Bauer. Gives it back to Bauer at the top of the key. She'll drift near side. Gives it off to Jutton. Jutton on the far side. Jutton's going to drive inside. She puts up the shot off the backboard, and Anderson had it for a moment. Wolves are going to come up with it. It's Jutton. Now to Wessling. Wessling double team. Gives it inside. Nice job by Macy Mock to come open there. And she gets that one to fall, 24-19. Right now, Pine City just cannot stop the Wolves on offense. The Wolves are doing a good job of dribbling it inside, then finding someone open underneath the basket who drives in from the corner. And then we get a foul here on the Wolves. That's going to go against Abby Anderson, her second, team's first of the second half. 15 minutes to go. Wolves with the lead, 24-19. LSL will inbound to Maddie Berglund. Berglund over to Sell for 3. That's no good. Jusak coming in for the rebound. That's no good. And then taken away here by Wessling. Wessling up the court with it. Gives it off to Mock. Mock tries to spin around, put up the shot. That's no good. Bolin got the rebound for a moment, but she tripped, and now it's into Wessling. Wessling's shot is up and in for 2. And the Dragons just can't catch a break right now. Wolves lead 26-19. That's Maddie Berglund. Now up to Lind. Lind off to Bolin. Bolin with a quick attempt at 3. That is no good. And Abby Anderson got the rebound, but it's going to be stolen right back here by the Dragons' Chloe Lind. Lind will get it off to Berglund now. Now to Bolin. Now to Sell for 3. That's no good as well. And rebounded here by Bauer. Bauer up the court on the near side. Stops, lets the defender get past her. Gives it off to Jutton on the far side. Now inside to Anderson. Anderson off to Mock. She drives inside. That is blocked by Jusak. Oh, they're going to get her for a foul? Oh, they will. She got the block, and apparently a little too much. At the line for 2 is Mock. No good on the first. 26-19. The Wolves lead under 14 minutes to go. Mock is good on the second, so she goes 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it 27-19. And Jusak lost the ball. They're going to have to get it up court quickly. That clock working against them, and all of a sudden Pine City is going to have to call a timeout. They are just all out of sorts right now, are the Dragons. They can't catch a break, and everything is just seemingly going the Wolves' way right now. Full timeout called here by the Pine City Dragons, and while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. Listening to girls basketball here on WCMP.
K&K Concrete is a proud supporter of Pine City Dragons athletics. K&K Concrete is locally owned and operated and has 20 years of experience working in the Pine City area. K&K Concrete specializes in foundations, driveways, decorative concrete, and more. They give expert services for residential and commercial jobs. To schedule your project or for more information, contact them today at 320-629-6341. K&K Concrete would like to say good luck and go Dragons.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, audio only at WCMPradio.com. The Wolves have everything going their way right now, and Pine City just can't seem to catch a break. At the half, over in that Bram East Central game, Bram leads 32-6 over the East Central Eagles. So Bram trying to move on and play this Saturday at Hinckley-Finlayson High School. 27-19, the lead here for the Wolves with 13:44 to go in the game. Maddie Berglund will get set to inbound here for Pine City. She'll inbound to Jusak. Jusak takes it up the court, stops at the top of the key, and gives it off to Berglund. Berglund, she'll dribble around one defender, now stops at the top of the key herself, gives it off to Thiemann. Thiemann at the top of the key. She'll pass it in the near side corner to Bolin. Now inside to Jusak. Jusak tries to get under the basket, gives it out to Bolin. Now to Berglund. Now to Bolin. And now to Lind. Lind guarded well in the corner, and it is stolen away by Macy Mock. Mock saw that one from a mile away. Reverse layup is up and in for two. All of a sudden, the turnovers have started to snowball, and the Wolves have a 10-point lead with 13 minutes to go. Maddie Berglund off to Bolin on the far side. Bolin will come to the top of the key. Bolin in the near side to Berglund. Berglund will give it off to Lind. Lind tried to go inside to Jusak, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by a Dragon. .48 to go. The Wolves get the ball back. And Jutton with the ball, now to Bauer. Now up to Macy Mock. Mock stops, waits for her offense to get in the offensive zone. Trying to dribble around Maddie Berglund. Guarded well, though. Berglund providing a lot of pressure. Now on the far side. Gives it inside to Westling. Westling shot no good. She gets her own rebound. And Westling puts it up and in for two. Westling a problem for the Dragons. And now she extends the Milaca lead 31-19 with 12:20 to go. Carly Jusak gives it off to Thiemann on the far side. Summer Thiemann dribble it around. Trying to get it away from the defender. Now to Lind. And going to get a foul here on the Wolves. They're going to get this one on Anderson, her third, team's second here in the second half. 12:10 to go, 31-19. Maddie Berglund will inbound. She'll get it out to Brooke Bolin. Bolin going to dribble around Macy Mock. Now to Berglund. Berglund going to dribble around Macy Mock herself, stops at the top of the key, gives it off to Bolin on the far side, and she puts it up for three. That is well long. Getting the rebound there is Haley Bauer. Gives it off to Mock, now to Westling on the far side, now to Bauer at the top of the key, now into Jutton. Jutton in the near side to Anderson. Anderson dribbled just outside the paint, gives it off to Bauer. Bauer now inside. Westling inside the paint, shot is up, no good, but they get a travel on Westling, and that'll be a turnover. Checking into the game is Ashley Droogsma in for Abby Anderson. 31-19, 11:36 to go. Berglund gets the inbound, now back to Jusak. Jusak gives it off to Berglund on the far side. Berglund up on the offensive zone. She's now double team, wants to hand it off to Lind. She does. Lind gets around Mock, now trying to drive inside. And the pass trying to go to Jusak, but she was fouled. That foul on Haley Bauer. Her first, team's third. Berglund will inbound. Berglund inbounds to Jusak. She's immediately covered. Now to Thiemann. Thiemann's going to dribble inside. She takes it up underneath the basket. No good. And Lind going to get the rebound plus a foul. Westling going to get her third foul on that one. Team's fourth. 11:11 to go. Berglund inbounds to Jusak. Up and, oh, no good. She gets her own rebound up and off the backboard, in for two. So she got her own rebound and put it back up and in for two. That makes it 31-21 in favor of the Wolves. Macy Mock, she finds the lane to the basket, takes it up. It's off the bottom of the backboard, but somehow Jutton gets the rebound. She puts it up and in for two. Like I said, Dragons can't get one thing to fall their way. That rebound looked clear and easy for the Dragons, but just a nasty bounce. Went right to Jutton, and she put it up and in for 2. Jusak gives it out to Bolin. Bolin will take it up towards the basket, and she can't get a nice roll. And we're going to get a battle for the rebound. The jump ball possession arrow favors the Wolves, and they will take over. 33-21, 10:33 to go. Drugsma with it. She passes it up the court to Mock. Mock tries to go inside to Jutton. Jutton will let the defender go by and reverse layup up and in for 2. 35-21 now. The Wolves starting to pull away. And not sure what happened there. Timeout maybe, or somebody down. I'm not sure, but while we got a moment, we'll take a word to hear a word from our fine sponsors.
In service to one, in service to all, for 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus have donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. The Knights of Columbus invite you to the Lenten Fish Fries, Friday nights from 5 till 7 at Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Every Friday night during Lent, the Knights of Columbus wish the Pine City Dragons the best of luck in their postseason play and are proud to be a sponsor of Dragon Sports. Go Dragons!
Ashley Jutton was the Milaca Wolves slow to get up. She was able to walk off under her own power, so hopefully she's okay. Able to work back into the game. Never, ever want to see anyone get hurt. Never. Hopefully she's all right. Dragons will take it on the inbound to Berglund, now to Lind, now to Thiemann. Thiemann back to Lind. Lind up on the near side now, gets it up on the offensive side of the court. Now to Summer Thiemann. She's wide open for three quickly. Double team, though, gets it to Berglund, now on the far side to Jusak. Tried to go inside to Lynn, but, I mean, Westling has just been an absolute machine for the Wolves, making it look easy out there. And now the Dragons might have got something to go their way as Jusak gets a steal. It goes off of the Wolves and right into Jusak's arms. Thiemann gives it across court to Boland on the far side. Boland dribbles around Mock, bounce pass to Thiemann. Thiemann right back to Boland. Boland gives it off to Berglund on the far side, under 10 minutes to go. Berglund now to Boland once again. Boland back to Berglund. Now to Thiemann on the far side. Thiemann to Jusak. Jusak tried to go inside to Lynn, but who else but Westling is right there. She gets the steal. She'll take it up all the way to the basket. Gets it to fall. And, I mean, when it rains, it pours. That seems to be the case right now. And it doesn't matter even the shots Milaca's taking. They're just getting everything they want to fall. I mean, I'm sure they could shoot it from half court right now and get it to fall. They are just getting everything to go their way. Milaca leads 37-21 with under 9 minutes to go. Brooke Boland, she wanted to give it inside to Lynn. Lynn, I don't know how she came down with it, but she does. And no foul call on that one as the rebound by Westling. She'll take it up the court, pass it back out to Drugsma. Now Mock. Mock will take it inside. No good on the shot, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Summer Thiemann gets the foul for the Dragons, the team's 4th. Mock shot is up and good. That makes it 38-21. Erica Cottsmith in for Milaca. Mock no good on the second. Carissa Nassine comes down with the rebound. Gives it off to Berglund. Berglund will give it to Jusak. Jusak can pull up from 3 on the near side. That is no good. Drugsma gets the rebound and gives it off to Mock on the far side, now to the top of the key for Kramlet. Kramlet gets the ball back here from Drugsma. She's going to dribble inside, puts up the shot off the bottom of the backboard, and Jusak's going to get the rebound, and now we get a foul here on Milaca. That's going to be on Kramlet. That's her second, team's 5th. 38-21. Wolves with the lead, 8:14 to go. Lind will inbound to Berglund. And Berglund will give it back to Lind. Now to Nasine. Can't come up with it cleanly. She gets it off to Lind. Lind now to Berglund. Now to Sell. Sell in the near side corner. Gets around the defender. Then they get a foul on the Dragons. Out of bounds, dribbled instead of a foul. So LSL stepped out of bounds, and the Wolves will take over. Droogsma will pass it off here to Westling. Westling stops, gives it off to Cramlett. Cramlett wide open for three on the near side corner. That is no good, and oh my goodness. Westling got the rebound. They're going to get Westling for the foul. Westling's going to be called for the foul there. Narchek's into the game for Westling. Westling will check out with her fourth. Milaca fans not pleased with that call. That was a tough one. I thought it was clean. So the Dragons will take over 38-21 with 7.5 minutes to go. Berglund gives it to Jusak. Jusak wanted to go inside, gives it off far side to Nasine for three. That's in and out. Jusak got the rebound, though, puts it back up and in for two. 38-23, and Droogsma will take it up the court. She's double teamed. Looks like we get a timeout called here by Milaca. Timeout called. Leave by the Wolves, waiting to see the scoreboard. Yes, it is a timeout call by the Wolves. They'll have 4 left, but this is a full timeout. The Wolves with a 38-23 lead here over the Pine City Dragons. Again, these two teams played back on February 24th, and the Wolves got the victory in that game by 9 points. Looking to do the same thing here, except this time you'll advance to Saturday's playoff game against Albany, and the loser, unfortunately, will have their season come to an end. By the way, Jutton for the Wolves trying to walk off her injury. She looks to be okay. She's up and walking. Can tell she's in a little bit of pain, but hopefully it's nothing too serious again, as she went down earlier. Walked off under her own power, though. Timeout just about over. Wolves getting their last words of encouragement here. Pine City back out on the court. Ready. 7:20 to go here in the second half. Pine City got some work to do if they want to get back into this one. And the Wolves will inbound here to Cramlett. Cramlett gets the pass off to Mock. Now Mock tries to go inside. I don't know who she was looking for, but that went right into the hands of Nasine. Now Sell will get it down to Jusak, and we got a tie up, and Mock's going to come away with the ball. Now up the court goes Droogsma. She gets it off to Macy Mock. Mock will drive to the far side, stop, gives it off now to Cottsmith. Cottsmith will drive. She stops, tries to pass it inside. Trying to go inside. We get a dog pile out on the court here. And now we get a travel call on Milaca as they got the ball. He must have slid a little bit. And Dragon player slow to get up. That's LSL. Referees will come together to talk about something. Oh, and I think they're going to say before that happened, they're going to give Milaca the timeout. Interesting. Head coach of the Pine City Dragons, Ted Haas, wants an explanation. He's not too pleased with it, and I won't get into that because I don't know. I was looking at the ball. I was trying to see who was going to come up with it. Then they called a try. I thought they were going to call a tie-up and a jump ball, and I thought they were going to have the possession arrow, but Milaca got the timeout, so they will hold on to it. 38-23. So a smart timeout there by Milaca head coach Lance Dalby. Getting that one, and now his team will hold on to possession, and they'll get a chance to extend their lead. Inbound goes to Macy Mock. Mock looking to drive, and she'll drive inside, nearly losing possession, but she holds on to it. Now bounce pass here, and that's just behind Droogsma. They're going to say it's off of Pine City. They're going to say they tipped it, that they did not. I didn't see them tip it from my angle anyways. I did not see a tip, and Pine City fans not pleased with that. Ted Haas giving an earful to the referee, and I think he might have a case there. From what I saw, Pine City did not get any hand on it. Now Pine City won't touch that one. They watch it go out of bounds. Yeah, I didn't think Pine City got a hand on the last one, but of course the referees are on the court for a reason, so I could have not seen something quite easily. So referees are out there for a reason. Under 6.5 to go. Chloe Lynn gives it off to Nassim, now in the near side corner for Ella Sell. Sell gives it to Berglund. Berglund, she wants to drive. Berglund going around the perimeter, trying just to find somewhere to pass the ball. Wasting precious time, though, and now she'll get it off to Lind. Lind now to Berglund. Berglund will take the three, and that's no good. Rebounded here by Cottsmith. Cottsmith getting her first minutes of the game here in the second half. She'll give it off now to Cramlett. Cramlett takes to the basket, and my goodness, Cramlett with an awkward angle somehow gets it to fall. And Lydia Cramlett makes it 40-23. With 5.5 minutes to go, Jusak will get it off to Berglund. Berglund now back to Jusak. Jusak gets it out to the far side for Ella Sell for three, no good. Lid brings it down, and she'll put it up and in for two. 40-25. Droogsma now to Mock. Mock will pass it off on the far side to Cramlett. Cramlett trying to get around Sell. She'll give it back here to Cottsmith. Now inside to Nar, and Nar will get the kind bounce and make it 42-25. Lind up the court with it, trying to drive inside. She gets fouled. They're going to get Cottsmith for the foul there, and that's going to send Lynn to the line for a 1-and-1 under 5 minutes to go in this game. Pine City trails 42-25. No good on the shot. Jusak gets the rebound, puts it back up and in for two. Makes it 42-27. Cramlett gets up the court. Guarded by LSL. She'll pass it off to Droogsma on the far side. Droogsma trying to dribble into the corner. Then gets it inside. Now to Nar. Nar, her shot is up, no good. And taken by Jusak. Now to Nassim. To Jusak on the near side corner. That's off the front of the rim, no good. And getting the rebound was Cottsmith. Cottsmith will give it up to Macy Mock. Mock will hand it off now to Cramlett. Cramlett trying to dribble around Maddie Berglund. She's going to go inside, and looks like we get a foul here on Pine City. That'll be Maddie Berglund with her second, team's fifth. Westling checks into the game for Milaca. Bauer also into the game. Droogsma will get set to inbound. She inbounds here to Bauer. Bauer with it, gives it off to Droogsma on the near side. She's going to put up the three over the defender and gets it to fall. Makes it 45-27. 4 minutes to go, and Milaca trying to put a stamp on this one. Lynn gets the pass off to Berglund. Inside to Jusak, and that is going to go out of bounds off the hand of Jusak. And Ted Haas not pleased with the call yet again. He thought it went off of a Milaca Wolf hand. Refs do not agree. And Droogsma will get it on the pass. Now up to Macy Mock. Mock left open on the far side there. She'll pass it back to Westling. Looks like the Wolves will take some time off the clock here unless Droogsma's left wide open. She thought about the three. Now we'll dribble around Lynn. She'll get it back off here to Cottsmith. Now inside to Mock. Mock wide open under the net, in for two. Make it 47-27. Now a 20-point game, 3.5 minutes to go. Jusak across court to Summer Thiemann on the far side. Thiemann going to dribble towards the top of the key. She'll give it off now to Bolin. Bolin in the corner here for Berglund. Berglund going to drive, takes one step, gives it off to Jusak, who no good on the shot, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in for two. 47-29. Westling traveled. Oh, just took a little bit of a step there, and she traveled. The ball will go back to Pine City. 3:02 to go, 47-29. Milaca Wolves with the lead, and the Wolves trying to get their second win over Pine City on the season and advance to the game on Saturday against Albany. Maddie Berglund for three, and she puts it up and in. Makes it 47-32. Wolves quickly up the court, but it's stolen away here by Carly Jusak. Now up to Summer Thiemann, who falls to the court, but she got it into the basket. 4-2 makes it 47-34. Westling off now to Bauer. Bauer on the near side, and Jusak a little bit too much contact there. And excuse me, that's Chloe Lind. A little bit too much contact. That'll be the 16th foul for the Dragons, second on Chloe Lind. And the Wolves will inbound. Droogsma getting set to inbound here. She'll inbound to Bauer. Westling tries to get it to Cottsmith. Cottsmith looking for Westling. She gets it to Westling. Westling puts it up. No good. Oh, my goodness. A rare miss by Westling and a rebound by Carly Jusak. Dragons take it up the court. It's Carly Jusak now off to Summer Thiemann. Thiemann fakes, drives inside, puts it up. No good off the glass. Rebound here by no one. Goes out of bounds off of, they're going to say the Dragons. Ted Haas, I think, saying, hey, I don't think that was out of bounds off us. And now a foul on Maddie Berglund. Her third, team seventh, and that will send the Wolves to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. And heading to the line for the Milaca Wolves will be Haley Bauer. Bauer, no good on her shot, and it's rebounded here by Carly Jusak. Oh, quickly up the court, but a little too quick and a little too careless as Droogsma is going to get the steal for the Wolves. Gets it off to Mock. Mock now up the court, gives it to Thiemann. Oh, she got away with a little bit of a shove there with a shoulder. Mock hard into the body of Thiemann. Got away with a little bit of one there, and now Westling. That pass intended for her, stolen away by Lind. Lind up and softly in for two. That'll make it 47-36. Oh, Pine City on the verge of elimination here has found a little bit of momentum, but I think the Milaca Wolves might just have too big of a lead right now. They had a 20-point lead at one point here in this second half. It was 47-27. Pine City on now a 7-point run. And the timeout called there by Pine City. It'll be a full timeout. Again, 47-36. The lead here for Milaca with just under 2 minutes to go. It's an 11-point game. Still enough time for Pine City, but Milaca, you got to think if they were to make a basket here, they'll get hot once again, and they'll try and waste time on the offensive possession and just kind of run as much clock off as they can. Of course, if there's a wide open shot, we've seen Westling and Mock both have been able to just hit from anywhere underneath the basket here this evening. They have been getting the lucky rolls on the rim here this evening and just been smart with their shot selections as well. The Wolves have been able to get it, drive it inside underneath the basket, and then they've been able to find someone from the perimeter to cut inside, pass it off, and then the wide open, nice bank shot they've been able to get. They've been doing that a lot here in the second half. It's been working. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do that here. And now Nassine got the steal off of the inbound, but the Wolves get it right back, stolen back by Bauer. It was Nassine who got the steal and then stolen back by Bauer. Bauer will take it to the basket, up and in for two, plus the and one. 49-36. Foul on Pine City is on Summer Thiemann. her second, team's 8th, and Bauer at the line for the possible three-point play. She gets it to fall. Bauer with the three-point play makes it 50-36. Minute and a half to go. Carly Jusak up the court with it for the Dragons. Nearly had it poked out, gives it to Berglund on the far side. They're going to have to just shoot here. Berglund will take the three. That's no good. Lind gets the rebound, and she puts it up no good. Looks like we're going to get a foul on Milaca as Lind got her own rebound. We're going to get this one on Cottsmith. Her first, team's 8th. 1:17 to go, 50-36. Lind no good on the first. LSL will check into the game for Summer Thiemann. Thiemann limping a little bit as she comes back to the bench. Hopefully she's okay as well. Lind's shot is up and good. She makes 1 of 2. Making it 50-37 with minute 17 to go. And up the court quickly goes Drugsma. She stops, nearly has it stolen away by Nassine. She had it poked out and nearly again poked out by Nassine, but Drugsma will get it off to Westling. And now we're going to get a foul here on Pine City, and that'll be their team's 9th, the 3rd for Chloe Lind. Lind with the foul, and that will send Westling to the line for a 1-and-1. Westling has been golden on her opportunities from the free throw line here tonight. Westling's shot is good. Gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim. Makes it 51-37. And no good on the second one. And Lynn trying to get the rebound in. And Ted Howe's not pleased with that. He thought Westling got in there a little bit hard. Thought it should have been a foul. I kind of agreed. But they've been at points letting the physicality go on those rebounds. Jump ball possession arrow favored the Dragons. Now inside to Lind. Lind on the shot, no good. Foul, she'll go to the line for 2. That's going to be on Cottsmith. Apparently that's her 3rd. .55 seconds to go. Lind on the first shot is good. 51-38. Lind is good on both. 51-39 with 52 seconds to go. Westling takes it up the court, and Lind tried to, I don't know if she tried to foul or not, but now she's going to have no choice. Chloe Lind with her 4th, team's 10th for Pine City. 4 for both Nassine and Lind, and Westling at the line to shoot 2. Shot is up and good. 52-39, and Milaca trying to put a stamp on this one and get out of here with the victory and head on to Saturday. Westling makes both, makes it 53-39, a 14-point game here for Milaca. 43 seconds to go, Pine City. Jusak to Berglund, now to Sell. Back to Berglund, and they have to start shooting from long range, and this stolen away by Mock. Mock with a steal. She'll put it up and in for 2. And that will pretty much write an end to this one. Under 30 seconds to go, 55-39. The Wolves with the lead with 20 seconds to go. Jusak now to Carissa Nassine. Nassine tried to drive inside. That's going to go off of a leg, I believe, of a Wolf. And the Dragons will take over. 13 seconds left, 55-39. Almost said 15. It's 55-39. Pine City will look to just add to the stat sheet here. Berglund with 8 seconds, 7 seconds now to Nassine on the far side. Nassine back to Sell for 3, 2, and Berglund for 3. No good, and that will be it. The final here in this one, Milaca gets the victory over Pine City, 55-39. So the Dragon season has come to an end here, and Milaca will move on to Saturday to face off against the Albany Huskies at St. John's University. Of course, we'll take a commercial break, recap this game when we come back, and let you know what's coming up for us, as well as Milaca. Again, they move on to face the number 1 seeded Albany on Saturday at St. John's University. That should be a good one and a fun one, no less. So you're listening to WCMP for this girls' playoff basketball game. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Of course, this game final, 55-39, Milaca over Pine City.
Experience pure performance and exhilarating power with the full line of Yamaha YZ 2-stroke bikes. Visit Larson Cycle today to explore what's new for 2022. The revised YZ125 makes for the perfect step-up machine, featuring an all-new engine, revised 6-speed transmission, new brakes and suspension settings, improved rider ergonomics with a new aggressive styling, and more. The YZ250 also delivers improved rider ergonomics, new front and rear brakes, updated suspension settings, and aggressive styling. For a truly race-inspired look, check out the YZ250 and YZ125 Monster Energy Yamaha Racing Editions. And for the next generation of riders, YZ65, YZ85, and the YZ85LW deliver big specs in a smaller package. Visit Larson Cycle, find your Yamaha YZ, and enter the victory zone today. Dress properly for your ride with a helmet, eye protection, riding jacket, or long sleeve shirt, long pants, gloves, and boots. Do not drink and ride. It is illegal and dangerous.
Keep it clean at Maytag Laundry, with locations in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, and Mora. Whether you have rugs that need cleaning, quilts, or comforters, no job is too big for the machines at Maytag Laundry. Your items will look brand new. Whatever you need clean, the machines at Maytag Laundry are up for the task. So when you need to keep it clean, look to the big machines at Maytag Laundry in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, and Mora.
Milaca Jewelers is your hometown jewelry store, proudly supporting the Milaca Wolves. With over 30 years experience, there's no better place to trust with your jewelry than Milaca Jewelers. Whether buying new or repairing your favorite piece, Milaca Jewelers makes it easy. Repairs are done in-store too, so you receive a high-quality service with a fast turnaround. From an engagement ring purchase to replacing the battery in your watch, Milaca Jewelers is the place to go. Milaca Jewelers, located on 2nd Avenue in downtown Milaca. Check them out today.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Back here on WCMP, the Milaca Wolves get the victory over the Pine City Dragons, 55-39. The Milaca Wolves will move on and play on Saturday. They'll play against the number 1 seeded Albany Huskies at St. John's University. Meanwhile, for Pine City, it's tough in these playoff games, especially when you got two local teams. You want them both to do so well, but only one can come away with the win and only one can move on. And unfortunately, the other one will face defeat, and you will have to see that emotion come from that team. It's not easy. It's so tough to watch one team, especially the local teams, watch one team in jubilation and the other you're just so upset and in tears, and it is so hard. Pine City, 2 seniors on the year is Maddie Berglund and Carissa Nassine, and unfortunately their season has come to an end, but they fought hard here in this game, fought all the way to the end, and had a little bit of a run there at the end. Had about a 10-point run. Milaca led 47-27, but then Pine City came back and made it 47-29. A 12-point run for Pine City, but they fall just short here in this one as Milaca gets the victory 55-39. Looking at your stat leaders here for the Milaca Wolves, Maggie Westling, no surprise there. She led the team with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Again, these are unofficial stats, so they are not 100% accurate, but they're the best that I can do. Then 12 for Macy Mock, 7 for Ashley Jutton, 6 for Lydia Cramlett, 5 for both Haley Bauer and Ashley Drugsma, and then 2 for Paige Narr. 10 rebounds, as I mentioned, for Maggie Westling. They had 8 second-half steals, so 16 total on the evening. 9 second-half fouls and 7 in the first half. That equals 16 altogether. On the other side for Pine City, leading the way was Carly Jusak with 13 points, 13 rebounds, 11 points for Chloe Lind, 6 for Berglund and Boland, and 3 for Summer Thiemann. And then in the second half, they had 7 second-half steals, along with 2 in the first half. That makes 9 total, 10 second-half fouls, and 7 in the first half. That makes for 17. So the final here in this one, Pine City falls at the hands of the Milaca Wolves, 55-39. And unfortunately, Pine City's season has come to an end, and it's never easy to see it, especially for the seniors, because their season, their high school career in basketball is over, and they will have to wait. And I'm sure that they will play in college, but just an unfortunate one here for Pine City. They fought so hard, but fall at the hands of the Milaca Wolves. But the Milaca Wolves, they get to move on and play on Saturday, as I mentioned, against the Albany Huskies, who are the #1 ranked team in Section 6AA, and they will play at St. John's University on Saturday. And looking at the time for that one, that will be at 1 p.m. on Saturday at St. John's University. Again, Milaca versus Albany at St. John's University. The final over there in Bram against East Central. Bram gets the victory over East Central, 56-19. So Bram, they will move on, and they will play on Saturday at Hinckley-Finlayson High School. And as we look to their bracket, we will see who they will play against, or could play against, in Section 5A East. They could play against either Barnum or Uppsala in that game on Saturday at Hinckley-Finlayson High School. That will be at 6 o'clock. So Bram will play in Hinckley against either Uppsala or Barnum at 6 p.m. And Ogilvie will see if they won tonight against Mille Lacs, or will Mille Lacs play on Saturday at Hinckley-Finlayson as well. The winner of that game will face off against either Swanville or McGregor. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here this evening, with the Milaca Wolves winning over Pine City 55-39. Well, again, want to thank all of you for tuning in here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, or online audio only at WCMPradio.com. I want to thank all the fine sponsors who sponsored this broadcast: Bozeman Newton Insurance, Chilson Jewelers, Larson Cycle, Rydberg & Sons, Town & Country Insurance, Northwoods Bank, Maytag Laundry, Pine City Knights of Columbus, A&W, Jeff's Outdoor Services, Kurt's Roll-Offs, K&K Concrete and Masonry, Quebec Law, Milaca Jewelers, Franson Decorating, and Embrace Ortho. Thank you to all the fine sponsors who sponsored this broadcast. Again, in the Section 6AA playoff game, the Milaca Wolves get the victory over the Pine City Dragons, 55-39. The Milaca Wolves will play on Saturday at St. John's University against the #1 seeded Albany Huskies. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Be sure to tune in to the KBEK and WCMP morning shows for your local sports update on KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and on WCMP with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. Once again, the final here in Milaca, the Wolves over Pine City Dragons, 55-39. Remember to be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. CMP with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. Once again, the final here in Milaca, the Wolves over Pine City Dragons, 55-39. Remember to be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.